Good evening, folks. Coming at you from Illinois in this beautiful cabin in the woods. On my way home from Barnesdale, Oklahoma, and it is way into the night, and we are just getting settled in. And we are doing today for day 143, 1 Chronicles 19 to 21 and John 8. Let's start this off with the prayer. Oh, Father Yahweh, I love you. I thank you. I know that you've opened so many hearts with this word, and I ask that you continue to do it, and that you give me the information that the people need to know, that they may better serve you, and that I may better serve you, and that you may be fulfilled, and we walk filled in the Spirit, in the footsteps of Yeshua as HaMashiach. Yeshua is our King, Yeshua is our God. In Yeshua's name, amen. Okay. Woo! These tables get a little bit sometimes. They just get a little bit. 1 Chronicles chapter 19. Wait, I gotta make a smiley face for the still image. 1 Chronicles 19, and after this it came to be that Nahash, the sovereign of the children of Ammon, died, and his son reigned in his place. And Dawid said, "Let me show loving commitment to Hanun, son of Nahash, because his father showed loving commitment to me." So Dawid sent messengers to comfort him concerning his father, and the servants of Dawid came to Hanun in the land of the children of Ammon to comfort him. And the chiefs of the children of Ammon said to Hanun, "Is Dawid esteeming your father in your eyes because he has sent comforters to you?" "Have his servants not come to you to search and to overthrow and to spy out the land?" So Hanun took David's servants and shaved them, and cut off their garments in the middle at their buttocks, and sent them away. And when some went and informed Dawid about the men, he sent to meet them, because the men were greatly ashamed. And the sovereign said, "Remain at Jericho until your beards have grown, then return." When the children of Ammon saw that they had made themselves a stench to Dawid, Hanun and the children of Ammon sent 1,000 talents of silver to hire chariots and horsemen from Aram Naharim, and from Aram Ma'akah, and from Soba. So they hired for themselves 32,000 chariots with the sovereign of Ma'akah and his people, who came and encamped before Medeba. And the children of Ammon had gathered from their cities, and came to battle. And when Dawid heard, he sent Joab, and the entire army of the mighty men. And the children of Ammon came out, and put themselves in battle array before the gate of the city, and the sovereigns who had come were by themselves in the field. And when Joab saw that the battle had been set against him before and behind, he chose some of the choice ones of Israel, and put them in battle array to meet Aram. And the rest of the people he put under the command of Abishai his brother, and they set themselves in battle array to meet the children of Ammon. And he said, "If Aram is too strong for me, then you shall help me." Excuse me. "But if the children of Ammon are too strong for you, then I shall help you. Be strong, and let us show strength for our people, and for the cities of our Elohim, and let Yahuwah do what is good in his eyes." And Joab drew near, and the people with him, to battle against Aram, and they fled before him. And when the children of Ammon saw that the Arameans were fleeing, they also fled before Abishai his brother, and went into the city. And Joab came to Jerusalem, And when Aram saw that they had been smitten before Israel, they sent messengers and brought the Arameans who were beyond the river, and Shophak, the commander of Hadad-Azar's army, went before them. And it was reported to David, and he gathered all Israel and passed over the Jordan and came upon them, and set up in battle array against them. And David set up in battle array against Aram, and they fought him. And Aram fled before Israel, and David killed 7,000 charioteers and 40,000 foot soldiers of the Arameans, and smote Shophak and the commander of the army. And the servants of Hadad-Ezer saw that they were smitten by Israel, and they made peace with David and became his servants, and the Arameans would not help the children of Ammon anymore. This is interesting. Came to be that Nahash, the sovereign of the children of Ammon, died. We see the name Nahash one time that I'm aware of in Genesis chapter 3, verse 1. And the Nahash was more crafty than all the lives of the field which Yahuwah Elohim had made. And he said to the woman, excuse me, is it true that Elohim has said, do not eat of every tree of the garden? And then, footnote here is that it traditionally means serpent, but I've also heard it been used as enemy. So this was an enemy of Yisrael. And I think the true enemy sense here is the deception. David sends men out to meet Hanan, the son of Nahash, and basically they don't trust them, and they're like, yeah, you're lying. Not only are you lying, but your intentions are bad. Like, you're going to come in and ambush us. And so they shame in the most humane way possible David's servants that he sent. David, same thing. Hebrew, American. So Hanan took David's servants and shaved them and cut off their garments in the middle at their buttocks and sent them away. Basically strips them naked, but doesn't just strip them naked and say go. He gives them a shirt and only a shirt, and kind of like extra humiliating because it's like nobody's going to give you their gown because you only need the bottom half of your gown. Because they didn't wear like a shirt and pants back then. It was like a poncho type deal. And so Hanan gets concerned. And so they hired for themselves 32,000 chariots with the sovereign of Maacah and his people, who came and encamped before Medeba, and the children of Ammon had gathered from their cities and came to battle. So, yeah, these are the Ammonites. And let's see, where does sent? How does it say it? And when the children of Ammon saw that they had made themselves a stench to David, Hanun and the children of Ammon sent 1,000 talents of silver to hire chariots and horsemen from Aram Naharim and from Aram Maacah and from Sobeth. So basically they start hiring mercenaries, essentially, and pulling from other countries, trying to be like, yo, let's join up and take down Israel. Well, they didn't know that David had the blessing had the creator of the universe's blessing, and Yahweh Elohim, one and the same, with him. So basically the Aramaeans and the Ammonites get smoked, and David kills 7,000 charioteers and 40,000 foot soldiers, probably by himself because he's known to do that. And the servants of Hadadazar saw that they were smitten by Yisrael, and they made peace with Dawid and became his servants. Sounds about right. And the Arameans would not help the children of Ammon anymore. Look, you guys are separate. Like, excuse me. For all you tired folk out there, 1, read the word, it'll lift you up, and 2, do what you gotta do, even if you're tired. These guys become his servants, and the Aramaeans would not help the children of Ammon anymore. They learned their lesson. Yeah, you ain't getting past King David. 1 Chronicles, chapter 20. Excuse me. And it came to be, at the turn of the year, at the time sovereigns go out to battle, that Joab led out the power of the army and destroyed the land of the children of Ammon, and came and besieged Rabbah. But Dawid remained at Jerusalem, and Joab struck Rabbah and overthrew it. And Dawid took their sovereign's crown from his head, and found it weighed a talent of gold, and there were precious stones in it, and it was set on Dawid's head. And he also brought out the spoil of the city, a very great amount. And he brought out the people who were in it, and put them to work with saws and with iron picks and with axes. And thus Dawid did to all the cities of the children of Ammon. Then Dawid and all the people returned to Jerusalem. And afterward it came to be that fighting broke out at Gezer with the Philistines. Then Sibbecai the Hushathites struck Sippai of the sons of the giant, and they were humbled. And there was fighting against the Philistines, and Elhanan, son of Yair, struck Lami, the brother of Goliath the Gittite, the shaft of whose spear was like a weaver's beam. And there was fighting again at Gath, where there was a man of great size, with 2 fingers and toes, 6 and 6, and he too was born to the giant. And he reproached Yisrael, and Jonathan, son of Shema, Dawid's brother, struck him. Dawid's brother struck him. Okay. They were born to the giant in Gath, and they fell by the hand of Dawid and by the hand of his servants. So this is short and sweet and to the point. Hey guys, check this out. Joab is leading the army and destroyed the land of the children of Ammon, and basically this says like, hey, and it came to be at the turn of the year. So, like, after the fall feasts are over, excuse me, Joab led out the power of the army and destroyed the land of the children of Ammon. So he just like, yo, let's go conquer this shit. Fuck them, excuse me. Forget them. They messed up, and now they're going to pay for it. And fine, praise Yah. And Dawid took their sovereign's crown from his head, and found it weighed a talent of gold, and there were precious stones in it. So he takes their crown, basically saying, I rule you now. I'm your king now. And that they serve him. And he brought out the people who were in it, and put them to work with saws and with iron picks and with axes. And thus Dawid did to all the cities of the children of Ammon. And so basically he's taking them out little by little, infrastructure. And afterward, it came to be that fighting broke out at Gezer with the Philistines. And this animal is the size of Goliath, so grab back up. And there was fighting again at Gath, where there was a man of great size of 24 fingers and toes, 6 and 6. And he too was born to the giant. So this guy's like a friggin' mutant. They're like, how are you doing that? You know? And he's like, bah. And he reproached Israel, and Jehonathan, son of Shema, Dawid's brother, struck him. Where do you want him? These were born to the giant in Gath, and they fell by the hand of Dawid and by his servants. Slay some giants.